guys, welcome back to Geological as always, and today we're doing a Rena mid lane match, and I'm going to title this video as Stand and Fight. There's a reason why I'm saying this here, is because this Morigesh slaps the ever-living fuck out of me. So she does. This is not a good match for me. I get absolutely hamstringed on repeat. Now again, this is just one of those moments where I'm going to describe the fact that if I had have surrendered, we would have lost. But it's the fact that we won. I stood my ground and fought. I am not going to deny that I got my ass handed to me. So I am. And you're going to see this happen. And you're also going to see how bad this match actually was, and where do you see how, like, this is why you don't surrender. This is why you do not have surrender mentality. So it is. This is the reason you do not have this, because I'm going to demonstrate exactly how easily Morigesh dismantles me piece by piece. Her offense, and on top of that, there I've now discovered that a lifesteal Morigesh is fucking nasty. She is actually incredibly tanky and incredibly destructive. Her damage is actually quite shocking at the minute. But you can see, as it says, I will hold up my screen. I will hold firm on this that I got slaughtered. So I will. My damage is nothing, primarily because I'm testing out a few things. So I am. I do land a few very fun shots, though. I will say that there. But you will find out very quickly that this Morigesh, like as it says, there's me coming up on 7 minutes, 3 deaths. And then Chimera shuts her down. Thank fuck for that, because that gave me a little bit of a go get him attitude. But you'll find out that our team is getting slaughtered as well. Lieutenant Balka goes down. This is just not a good matchup in general. I try to get my ganks. I've now discovered that Richter is a colossal pain in the ass for Rena to deal with. Richter with the silence stops Rena from doing fucking anything. Richter does that in general, but this Richter was on point. So he was. Like, he knew exactly what he was doing and how to mess me up. Again, my point still stands. I am doing terribly. I am 0-4. Sparrow with Balka manages to pick up Morigesh. Happy days. But as you can see, it's 2-5. Most of nearly all of the deaths are mine. This is the level of I'm getting slapped, right? Down goes Balka. Balka does have a tendency of being quite greedy. So she does. I'm rotating in to see if I can give a hand. Chimera picks up Richter. Happy days. Now we're going to absolutely try to mollywop this fucking Sparrow. So we are. Now again, the mez works really well. But again, my damage is not good. And unfortunately, I am sorry, Chimera, but you did end up getting picked up because I didn't have the damage to finish this off. I am sorry. But we managed to pick up that. There's our first kill of the game. And then Sparrow goes off on one, so she does. Sparrow kills our Sparrow, and then Balka picks up Richter. We're still staying balanced, but we're still behind on kills here, guys. We are really struggling, so we are. And unfortunately, Countess is also quite struggling with Grooks as well. But again, their Sparrow takes out Chimera, then our Sparrow takes out their Sparrow. Again, for every 1 kill we get, they get 2 more. Like, this is what I mean by, do you understand the slapping we're getting right now, right? Sparrow takes out Sparrow with Yuri, whatever way she said, takes out our Sparrow, our Balka, right? I jump in to try and give us some assistance, but do you see how tanky this Morigesh is? They managed to get their Fang Tooth, so they do, but this Morigesh is tanky. Morigesh takes out Sparrow, Richter takes out Chimera. Immediately I TP to try and see if I can get something done here, and then I'm dead. No, actually, I think I actually survived this one. A little bit of ballsy luck gets me pie, and luckily enough, Balka manages to give me a bit of a save. But yes, this is the problem that we're having. I circle around, oh yes, and then I get... See the torturing I get? It's because I'm the weakest link in the team, right? I am the weakest link in the team. So they managed to pick up Mini Prime. And of course, I'm going to be annoying as possible because that's exactly what I do. I see Balka there, so my greed gets the better of me. So I'm diving in on the Richter. And of course, I see Morigesh is here yet fucking again. This Morigesh is a colossal pain in the ass due to the fact of the amount of healing she has. And look, all fair play to her. She destroyed me, so she did. Grooks picks up Countess, and you can automatically tell that we're just not having a good game here. It is currently 7-15. We are getting slapped. Sparrow picks up Yuri. And the thing is though, right, and then Grooks takes up Balaka, right? But you can see right here that we are getting slaughtered. If this had have been a normal game, we would have... There's the surrender right now, so it is. It is currently 8 and 16. They have doubled our kills. But our team is still adamant that we can survive and we can win. Obviously, you wouldn't be getting this video if we lost. That's kind of self-evident at this stage. Sparrow manages to not escape because I pick her up with my ult. And then, of course, Richter is being a pain in the ass, and then Morges kills me again. This is just the standard run of things of me just getting repeatedly slapped. Again, build testing though, so it kind of is what it is. Morges picks up Chimera, and then Countess picks up Richter. Again, we never really just sort of straight up get kills. It's a kill for a kill sort of job, so it is. And we are getting, I'm not denying that we are getting messed up. It simply is what it is. Sparrow's going full ham, but luckily for us, Sparrow doesn't get away. Unfortunately, Countess does get shut down. Morges dives in. And again, this Morges is, with how chunky this Morges is, as well as Richter being a colossal pain, thank God I survived, because holy shit. But you can see that I'm not hitting as hard as I want to be hitting. And this is a big problem, so it is. She drops everything to secure the kill here, so she does. Sparrow drops both me and Balaka. Again, my point is still proven that I'm getting absolutely slapped here. But we're coming up on a pinnacle point, so we are, because then they end up picking up Orb Prime, so they do. And this comes up on the pinnacle point, so it does. They then also secure Fangtooth as well, and I'm just jumping in to cause as much havoc as I can. We ended up getting the Richter and Yuri, and then in obvious recourse, I end up getting picked up by the Morges. And then there's Sparrow doing standard Sparrow things, right? But this is the major pinnacle point of the entire video, so it is, right? One of them, Grooks has Orb Prime, and we are now just sieged, so we are. We are sieged in mid lane, so we are. And this is our turning point in this match, so it is. This is where our match really gets a good turning point. The one thing I will give Rena is her ability to clear minions at record speed. Her damage for clearing minions is absolutely absurd. And all I am trying to do is what I'm doing is I'm stacking Soulbinder. So I'm trying to stack as much power as I can. And then at the exact same time, I'm also hurling spells down as much as possible. I'm trying to clear minion waves. I'm also trying to get damage on them so I can get stacks. That's more or less what I'm doing. But we managed to fend off a clean siege, so we did. And our plan just here is just to try to put down as much pressure down lane as possible to try and force them off. These guys are refusing to back off. These guys are adamant to try and get through. I think between me and the Sparrow being able to clear minions, look, we were able to survive. We were able to counter siege, which is like pretty damn good. Like our defensive capabilities here were spot on, so they were. Considering they did have Fangtooth, I'm actually quite surprised that we were actually able to fend them off as well as we did. So we did, and that was a major playing point, is the fact that even with their Sparrow, I don't know how I picked her up, because I just dropped everything at the once, so I did. I just dropped everything. But with the Sparrow gone, now it's time for the counter plays. And we're going to jump in and just start cleaning house here, because Sparrow then follows up on what I did and went hell's bells, and we managed to get all of them bar the Grooks. But this is where our counterplay really came in clutch, because now we're going to go after our Orb Prime. This is the first Orb Prime that we are securing this match, so it is. So the fact that we've managed to secure Orb Prime and push the rest, we are now at an opportune point. They do go and they do manage to get their hands on Primal Fangtooth. Unfortunately, it doesn't last very long because, shit kind of goes sideways quite quickly, so it does. Because they're all gathered up. So we're planning on doing a counter siege. Sparrow gets a little bit zealous on this one, so she does. And my damage is finally starting to pick up a bit of pace, so it is. Unfortunately, Sparrow does manage to put down our Balaka. But with help of our Sparrow, we managed to put her down. And this is my favourite shot I have made with Rena so far. Bingo! And then Sparrow picks up the kill. We managed to deal with their two most problematic characters in one sitting. I'm trying to deal with offlane because they're trying to shove, but my team's right nearby, so they are. So I'm going to play the counter game, and I'm going to aim for the deletion here, so I am. We managed to pick up the early, our Yuri as well as Grooks in the same time. Grooks is purely just aiming for me. I'm planning just trying to put down as much damage. Grooks was incredibly tanky there due to the fact that he was able to tank all 4 of us at the exact same time, which is impressive whenever you think about it. She's now doing a runner, but with Sparrow on one side and me on the other, she's not getting away in this scenario, so she isn't. So we've now managed to play full counterplay, so we have, and we've managed to actually get something done. Now, I did burn my ult. Unfortunately, it didn't go to plan. Me and Chimera both get dropped by the Sparrow, but luckily enough, the rest of our team were able to sort of hold them off, so I was quite happy with that there. They also retreated as well. I don't know why after securing the 2 of us. Apparently, I wasn't much of a kill to claim. And I think at this stage, I see they have Orb Prime, so they do. So this is the point where they really should be pushing against us. But we've now caught them in a little bit of a bit of a clutch here, because Chimera's went up in deep, so he has, and is pulling them towards us. And with him pulling them towards us, we can now start trying to counteract. Sparrow unfortunately gets a bit greedy, so she does, and Sparrow gets put down right and quick. Grooks is on the run. I have ult online, so I'm okay. My plan is just to start throwing shit to try and see if I can pull anybody out of place. So I am, and just keep trying to stack that Soulbinder to make sure that we get the power that we want. Again, I'm just hurling spells to make sure that we get some damage done. Sparrow stops the Grooks from getting away, so he does, which is absolutely fantastic. And then dropping the ult and then burning the Grooks. We were able to take inhibitor earlier on in this match, so we were, but taking out the Grooks thanks to the Fangtooth made life a lot easier. Richter trying to play the solid defense is not going to help him, because Sparrow's just going to melt through him. Morgesh and Yuri is now just caught in a really bad situation, and Sparrow's on cleanup. We managed to pick up the Sparrow with the Morgesh, and that there's a 5-man squad wipe as we go to finish off this game. Basically, from this, we succeed in our victory, and as you can see, they trumped us in kills. 29 kills to 37. They absolutely decimated us. But this is why this video is legitimately titled Stand and Fight. Hold your ground, and if you can't do that, what are you doing? You seen me get my ass kicked. So you did. Look at that stat screen. We should have lost. But no, we persevered and we won. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe if you didn't enjoy. And remember guys, not everything goes to plan. Bye!